Well, good evening, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, you know it don't work without you guys, so thank you guys for being here. Man, hump day is gone. Is it just me, or is time keep on slipping into the future? Tomorrow's already what, the 9th of July? The fuck? Dudes, the 28th training camp opens up. The 28th. We got basically 6 more days left to get Dak Prescott a long-term deal or not. And it's just, things have happened this year that literally blow my mind. That team in Washington, they got all kinds of troubles right now. So, three of the partners, minority partners, want to sell their stake. There's people calling for Dan Snyder to sell the team. Native Americans are going to the NFL commissioner and saying, we want you to force them to change the name. Now, the Redskins, to their credit, are working on getting a name and apparently need to get it done right away because right now, Amazon says they pulled all Redskins merchandise. So right now, if you want to buy some Redskin gear, you can't buy it. It's not at the Nike shop. It's not at Amazon. It's a collectible, or you're gonna have to find it from that dude printing the stuff out on the street. You know that unofficial license. You know, no NFL license stuff. That's the only way you get Redskin gear. So if you wanted to get some stuff, well, it's too late now, bro. It's too late. That stuff has just been literally erased. I'm just amazed by the speed at which change has come to the Washington Redskins. Oh, excuse me, the team in Washington. So they say, Dan Snyder says that the new name and logo will not have anything Native American to it. So it's going to be interesting to see if they can figure out how to have an R for whatever it is, so they can still keep hail to the whatever. So like Red Tails, which is what Ed Oliver, shout out to Ed Oliver, has been saying. Red Tails, call them the Red Tails. Yeah. Sometime in the next couple of weeks, we're going to find out that they have a new name. I can't believe that. And you know it's going to be a Freudian slip. It's kind of like saying San Diego Chargers. You can't help but say San Diego Chargers. Hell, most people in LA don't realize that they're actually there because they don't show up to the games there. But that's not what I was really going to talk about tonight. For me, every day is a blessing. I am thankful that I have my health, that I have something to do work-wise. I'm happy that I got this bathroom to remodel. I'm trying to be as safe as I can, not only for myself, but the people that I'm doing the work for and stuff. I'm happy that I've got like that planter to do and everything else. I'm thankful for the things that I have. And every day's a blessing. But is it just me, or am I crazy on this? Are the expectation for Pat Mahomes just too much? As I like my new truck because I got Sirius satellite in there. So I'm listening to ESPN. Shout out to Mike Golick. ESPN, of course, screws the pooch again by getting rid of, Mike Golick. I just don't understand that one. Trey Wingo and Mike Golick, that was a good combination. When it used to be Mike and Mike before the problems happened, that used to be really great sports reporting. I don't know what the hell ESPN is anymore, but anyway, I digress. But listening to some of the shows, you keep listening to Colin Cowherd, and I'm listening to this, and he's already saying that Pat Mahomes is a Hall of Famer already. It's like, wait a minute, I don't doubt that he'll continue and become a Hall of Famer, but 2 years? He's already saying, oh, he'll get three more Super Bowls. Wait a minute. Pump the brakes here. I know it seems like it's easy because Tom Brady's got 6. But Tom Brady was teamed up with arguably the best coach in the history of football. And what gets lost a lot about New England is the great defenses that they've always had. And the fact that that team never makes mistakes and sometimes seem to get a lot of calls that went their way. And there is the whole cheating thing. But as I look through right now, 2 years, if you're going to say, you might as well say that Bo Jackson should be in the Hall of Fame then. Bo Jackson was one of the greatest running backs that I ever saw, but his career was shortened because of injury. The things that he should be in the Hall of Fame just for what he did to Brian Bosworth. You know, the Boz. The Bosworth was supposed to be the linebacker. Yeah, how'd that work out? Not too good. But we need to pump the brakes a little bit on Pat Mahomes. Because when you start saying he's going to win 3 Super Bowls, that's like, wait a minute. We were told that Aaron Rodgers was the greatest quarterback of all time here, right? Aaron Rodgers. But Aaron Rodgers only won 1 Super Bowl, right? Am I wrong on that? Aaron Rodgers won 1 Super Bowl. We look at Drew Brees. Drew Brees has more passing yards than anybody else. But he also has 5 years where he was 7-9. He got 1 Super Bowl. Russell Wilson's been to 2. We say Russell Wilson's a great quarterback. They lost 1. I'd say he's pretty good. I think Big Ben's got 2, right? Is it 2? Or is it 3? I think it's 2. Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning, a lot of people say, maybe the greatest of all times, okay? Peyton Manning, who basically was the offensive coordinator. Peyton Manning, who did some amazing things, won Super Bowls with 2 different teams. I don't think anybody else has done that. But again, has only won 2 Super Bowls. So how is it that you think, and like I said, when you think about multiple winning Super Bowl quarterbacks, you've got Joe Montana, you've got Troy Aikman, you've got Roger Staubach, you've got Terry Bradshaw. And the thing that all of these teams had in common, even though we think about the triplets, Emmett, Zeke, and Michael Irvin, we also had the number 1 defense. When you think about Roger Staubach and Drew Pearson, they had the doomsday defense. When you think about the Steelers, they had the steel curtain. You know what I'm saying? That it was about a team that was together. All of these multiple Super Bowl winning quarterbacks, it was about a team. And you can't guarantee that it's going to be a great team around him all the time. Andy Reid is what? 61 years old? How many more years is he going to coach? And how long did it take him finally to get there to a Super Bowl? He's had some really good players before, but it just ends up being, to win a Super Bowl, you need so many things to go right. Truly. You need some luck when it comes to injuries. You need some calls to go your way. You need a couple of freak plays to happen. You have to make sure that you don't have a coach that ends up screwing the pooch by having the wrong calls. But this goes back to the whole narrative of the quarterback being the be-all, end-all. If you take that game, that Super Bowl, Pat Mahomes had a couple of turnovers that were terrible throws, or I think 3. And had it not been for Jimmy Garoppolo making 2 late turnovers and their defense getting it, we wouldn't be looking at Pat Mahomes having the first one. See, here's the thing. Let me give you a great example here of the difference. Because Dak Prescott against Minnesota this year, 397 yards, 3 TDs, 1 interception, I think a 113 QBR, and they lose the game. Tony Romo, Monday night against a winless Buffalo Bills team, has 6 turnovers. 6 turnovers. But they end up getting a field goal that wins the game. And what had to be the ugliest game that Tony Romo ever had in his career. So do you look at that and say Dak is trash? And that Tony Romo is God because the Cowboys lost that game? Or do you look at Tony Romo and say they won the game, it's because of Tony Romo? No. Because it all goes back down to beyond just the quarterback. It's a team sport. And one guy does not make up for those other 21. I don't care how good he is. And these expectations that are now put on Pat Mahomes, if I had $1 for every time they put expectations on people, I think about RG3 after his rookie year. Oh my God, the Redskins are set for the next 10 years at quarterback. Yeah. How'd that work out? Bo Jackson, the greatest running back of all time. Short career. We'll see. But to me, you need to pump the brakes a little bit. I know he signed that mega deal. But I got to tell you, the expectations that are put on Pat Mahomes right now, I don't even think they're conceivable. But then again, what do I know? I'm just a guy with a day job and a voodoo doll. And I'm going to go over here. I'm going to feed my fish. And then I'm going to go to bed and get started, hopefully, God willing, tomorrow. I'll see you guys later.